video is sponsored by Squarespace. More on them in a bit. It's Monday morning. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm currently just reviewing the newsletter that will be going out any second now. The theme of this week's newsletter is curiosity and how we can introduce curiosity into our daily life. Very fun. I show the new videos too. I usually have some sort of inspirational quote, reading update, but this particular newsletter is the last one of volume 3. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. I love this newsletter. It's a Monday morning newsletter that's aimed to start your week on a good note, an encouraging note, a motivating note, in a really hopefully non-intimidating way. I'm not challenging anyone to change their whole life in a week, but I always feel like there are small steps that are super helpful at judging things up, and that's kind of the philosophy behind the weekly challenges that I give. I just feel like for volume 4, I want to spice up the look as much as I can. I'd like to add an element that I'm toying with. I have to kind of experiment with it before I launch it, because obviously once I launch something, like, I kind of want to stay committed to it. I feel like now is a good time to kind of get this sorted out so that by the beginning of the new year, I'm in a flow of this new era of the newsletter. Okay, I gotta get started because this is late. Making curiosity a part of your daily life offers up a plethora of opportunities to keep learning, problem solving. So you're going about your day, find opportunities to explore being present in new situations that you don't normally. While on the commute to work, brushing your teeth, putting on your clothes, browsing at the grocery store, etc. Before a newsletter goes out, I always send a test to my inbox and I open it on my phone, because a lot of people read my newsletters on my phone, or on a phone, not my phone. That would be weird. Thousands of people just use my phone. Anyways, what am I looking for? Okay, then I can see what the experience is like on mobile too. And sometimes I change formatting as a result. I always test all the links just to make sure I didn't link something wrong. And it always scares me when something is linked wrong, because I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that to actually not work. Is that how you spell the word curious? Like, why am I literally second guessing? It's sent. Let's see if I get a notification. Look at that. We've got a newsletter. It's been sent. I'm very excited. Okay, I need to like get ready so that I can move on with the day. Breakfast is happening right now. I need to check my calendar for the day. I think today is a big posting day. I have a brand campaign going live, so I need to sit down and get that all posted. My project manager from my network, who I work with on branded campaigns, they send me like a completed document of all the things that I need to post and all the approved captions, hashtags, like anything that I have to remember. I have to go live with that. That takes about 40 minutes, depending on what it is, obviously, but I have a reel, a TikTok, and a story to go live, so those are definitely going to take like a little bit. Misconception, you think posting is easy, but posting content is often like a lot of tedious work. It's not difficult work, but it's a lot of tedious elements and on the background, so it takes up time, and it's one of the probably least favorite things I enjoy doing. There's no like creative process. You're just like copy pasting, verifying, checking. It's kind of very technical, especially when it's a branded campaign. And I also have a shoot day today because I have a deadline tomorrow, so busy day. Now let's get these eggs on here. It's 3 o'clock right now, so since I last checked in with you, I've been filming that reel that's due tomorrow. I edited it about like 90% of the way. I'm still waiting on the brand to send me a royalty-free track that I can use because they're boosting it, which when a brand boosts something, it means that they're putting paid media behind it, so it's going to become an ad that you see probably while scrolling on Instagram or TikTok. So you have to use royalty-free music, especially when you're boosting things. So they need to get me that track for me to make tomorrow's deadline. I posted all the content that I had to go live, which took forever because I was just cross-checking to make sure that the captions and links all matched what I put out so that there'd be no issues. I really hate having to re-upload things, so I never want it to be my issue. I had to send some analytics too from some past campaigns. It's been a very campaign heavy day, and I think now I'm just going to get changed into something else get outside for a little bit because it's 3 o'clock, haven't seen outdoors yet, and I'm trying to make a commitment to myself to get out more regularly during the week, especially weekends. I'm out and about, but on the weekdays it's easy to cocoon into what I'm doing. But it's such a gorgeous day, I want to get out, so I think I'm gonna go drop off a package, possibly go pick up a package, and I'm trying to think what else I need to do. I am back from grocery shopping. I did a little grocery haul when I came home, touched base with a friend of mine to see how their day went, and then now I'm gonna tackle this inbox a little bit. Emails are one of the least favorite things that I do. I mean, like, I'm sure everyone feels that way about emails with their job because it's just like, it's never ending. But my inbox today has a couple inquiries about like brand partnerships, so I gotta forward those to my network, and they kind of deal with more of the details and negotiating behind that. I sometimes get involved, but that's their job. And there's just like stuff that came in through the weekend, so I just need to go through and make sure that I'm not missing any important emails. When emails come in, some of them are like really serious inquiries from brands, and some of them are like not serious inquiries, and you can kind of easily tell the difference. For example, if an email is offering me like a commissionable link to promote something, I normally, like 99% of the time, that is just like not a serious deal, because you know that they're not really interested in paying you for content. They just kind of want to incentivize you to really sell this product so that you get paid. And I don't like those kinds of partnership relationships, because then I think it doesn't put the incentives in a good place. Like, I want to create something good that is valuable to both like me, the brand, and the audience, and that's like not a structure that would kind of create that. Also, in case you're ever curious about what an edited reel looks like, this is how many clips there are for 54 seconds. I've got my voiceover down here and then all my clips here, because you got to keep the pace fast. So like almost every 0.5 second I've got a clip switching, just to keep it visually interesting. I don't know why I'm looking so purple right now, but it is 7:39 p.m. and I've been spending the last like hour just formulating my thoughts for a review that I wanted to make sure I posted with the publisher. So whenever I get eARCs, Advanced Reader Copies of book, they're provided for review purposes. So technically, like, I don't have to post a review for the book, but I always feel like I try to as much as I can, especially if I'm requesting a book, because it really impacts your ability to get approved for future books. So for books I'm really excited about, I want to make sure I have the highest chance. But anyways, I wanted to give my feedback for Wildfire by Hannah Grace, the second book, the sequel, I guess, to Icebreaker. It's not a sequel, but it's the second book in the same world, the same series. And I gotta say, I was really excited about Wildfire because I was one of those people who read Icebreaker, which was a Book Talk famous book. And I really liked Icebreaker. I thought it was like a fun concept, ice skating, two people forced to work together, high stakes. There's just something about it that was really fun, and the cast just felt really good. Wildfire feels so different. Both of the main characters, Russ and Aurora, but she goes by Rory, they have like a lot of pain from their family life, and it's something that like we slowly see them work through. And I think that was like the best part of the book, is just seeing how this relationship kind of helped them each individually heal and grow out of these fears and this hurt that they have from their family life. But it's set in a summer camp, and technically like they're not supposed to be together because camp counselors are not supposed to be in relationships, but something about it just didn't like hook me as much. I just didn't feel as like, oh my gosh, like must see what's happening next. So I think because I had that more with Icebreaker, I just felt like this one felt a little bit more lackluster. I mean, it's still got its moments as well, but I gotta say it was a little disappointing. So posting my feedback though for that, I put it on Goodreads as well. I feel like I haven't been as good at updating my Goodreads, so I need to get back on that. Let's take a minute to have a quick little chat about Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that has made starting, designing, and updating a site of my own so easy. The internet is filled with opportunities for you to create a career on your own terms, whether that means building a loyal following or simply finding like-minded people that also share your passion for all-consuming books, quirky raccoon memes, or the latest tech. And launching a blog of your own can be a great starting point. Squarespace helps make starting as pain-free as possible by offering a plethora of stunning templates to choose from that can help make your website look clean and professional. all. Once you choose your template, you are then free to customize things even further by changing each template's fonts, colors, page layouts, and more. When I decided I wanted to create a spot on my site to highlight some of my favorite products, it took me minutes to create a new page that got me excited to fill in. Curious to give Squarespace a try for yourself? I don't blame you. You can check out squarespace.com today for a free trial and use the URL squarespace.com/Caitlin'sCorner to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain when you're ready to launch. So today I'm posting this reel / TikTok of me trying on clothes at Dynamite a week ago. And I want to use this post as an opportunity to write in the caption some tips on how not to fall victim to changing room goggles. Things can look great and you think like, I have to buy this in the changing room. And then you bring it home and you're like, why did I do that? What was I thinking? So I want to share those tips, and I wrote my caption on my computer. So I'm going to pull it on over, copy and paste it in here. I do really like adding value to the content that I put out. So sometimes like when I'm showing clothes, it's just show like more styling tips, but I feel like these clips I had on my phone with the intention of, I guess, sharing, but I didn't end up sharing them on my stories. So I figured, how can I use this to have a conversation about something that I can relate to, which is changing room shenanigans that can go down. I usually like to write my captions on my notes app on my computer because I'm faster at typing. Sometimes I do it on the go on my phone, but usually on the computer. And then eventually it'll look like this. This battery is about to die, so I gotta switch that over. There's like clutter everywhere, so at some point I need to deal with that, but let's focus on this. And then also I like having this information on my computer too, because then I can use this valuable caption somewhere else down the line, like in a newsletter or maybe a concept for a YouTube video or a conversation I want to have. Like I try and reuse stuff that I put work into in other places, because not everybody follows me on one platform. Not everyone who follows me on YouTube follows me on Instagram or follows me on TikTok. There can be different people that only follow me on those platforms. So that's why, like, if you follow every platform, you sometimes see repetition, not just with me, but any creator that you follow, because that's the only way we can kind of make it work. Otherwise we'd just be like, I don't even know how we'd be able to keep it up with it all. So I'm getting ready to film a little clip for the vlog all about my newfound love for crocheting, why I started crocheting, how I've been learning it, just kind of giving some background. I usually shoot clips for these vlogs, you know, in the moment wherever I am, but sometimes I do like set myself up in a spot for me to have just a little bit of a lengthier conversation. There's sometimes where you want the clips to be fast moving and not dwell too much, just to keep the pacing of the video right, but sometimes you want to sit down and actually like get some or give some value there. So we're gonna have a little chit chat about the crocheting. I also want to shoot a TikTok about it, and yeah, here we go. I'm gonna sit on that table and I'm gonna put you right here. Situating myself in the frame. I actually think I don't need this pillow. Yeah, I think that's better. About 2 weeks ago, I got it in my head that I thought it'd be really great to explore crocheting, try it out, give it a whirl. I think in general, I'm always looking for opportunities to learn new things, because I think learning new things. My clip, and I brought my computer onto the island. I'm gonna make a coffee and start importing the footage for this video and for last week's video into my computer, so I can kind of keep track of which clips I've gotten for which vlogs, because I've been filming 2 videos at the same time, which doesn't usually happen. I usually am a little bit more separate, but I always try and have the weekly vlog roughly edited as I go, just so that I have an idea of what kinds of clips I'm including in the videos. Sometimes there are weeks where I just like film and then it's a whole mystery when I start editing, but if I want to make the editing go a little bit more seamlessly, it's really great to know in my editor brain, like, oh, we don't have enough clips of b-roll, we don't have enough changing setting clips, like I tend to be filming all in the same spot, so that it can inform filming me to kind of make those changes in real time, because obviously once the video is shot, I can't really change what I have to work with. And then sometimes alternatively, you can also sometimes over film, and then in the editing room I'm cutting a lot of stuff because I'm like, oh, this is not interesting, I don't like this, I wish I would have talked about this instead, blah, blah, blah. So they kind of work together, at least like in my world, because I do both jobs. And now I need you because I need to get the memory card. And look at that, I've got raw clips here for video 1, video 2. They're both around half an hour. This one's 26 minutes of footage. This one's 36 minutes of footage. We still have lots more footage to shoot for both videos. I assume both videos will hit an hour and a half of raw footage. So we got more to do, but I'm gonna give this a rough cut. Okay. Oh, it's always something, guys. It's always something. Let's finish this edit. To review this video that's going live today.
My yogurt toppings display is complete. I just need to open my yogurt tubs, but I do love these tubs because then everyone can easily scoop out the exact.
It is upload day, so I'm reviewing today's video that's going up at 3 p.m. Eastern, and I'm also trying to find a comment of the week. I always try and do this on a Friday or a Thursday so I can really take into consideration all the comments that were left on the previous video. How I choose the comment of the week is really just based on instinct. There's no like art to it. Sometimes I pick something that has something really valuable or an interesting insight or a funny comment, sweet message. It just depends on what I'm gravitating towards each week. I do love this element of the videos. I think it really brings you into the videos in a little bit more of an intimate way and kind of threads all the videos together too, because like this week's comment of the week came from last week's video, and it might be a commentary on something that happened in last week's video. So then you can go to last week's video to see where the conversation was going with the previous week. It's just this whole like intertwining thing. I really do enjoy it. That's the ending credits song, which fun fact, choosing that ending credits song is always a feat because I try and find something that's obviously royalty free, but that has lyrics and that's something that just like ends the video on a certain tone. I feel like the music choice there is an opportunity to just give you a final dosage of like, here's something to set you off for your next video or for the next part of your day. And it's a fun little thing that like I pay a lot of attention to. You probably don't, but I do. I've got about 7 minutes left of waiting for the checks to happen. This is what a video looks like on the back end before it goes live. And I think today I am posting the ghost mug reel. I don't know if I got some behind the scenes footage of me filming that, but I essentially have these 2 ghost mugs, and while I was having coffee I was thinking to myself, oh my god, like those mugs look like besties. And then that got that song, Let Me Tell You About My Best Friend, stuck in my head. Once that came into my head, I couldn't get it out of my head, and I had to make a reel of these 2 bestie mugs having a cute adventure of a day together, just doing all their favorite things together, only to then be disappointingly separated because the owner, i.e. me, needed a mug and one of them had to go. I don't know if other people will get joy from it, but that's kind of the thing about content creation, is you sometimes just gotta risk it and put it out there. There it is, ready to go live. Last time I talked to you, I crocheted this chicken and things have escalated. This chicken became this chicken. I used some much higher quality yarn and it's just so fluffy and squishy. I love it. But I had some work to improve on the sewing, like attaching crochet pieces together. This is fun. I really enjoy this hobby and we still got a lot of yarn to get through. Today has been a busy day. I've just been filming vertically and horizontally all throughout the day. I had to get that video live and I have to go back to my computer right now and create the invoice for the campaign because now that my obligations are done, I can send that off. I have some emails I have to get through, but one of the reels that I shot today, I still have to edit it, is my updated Halloween Kindle decor. I've been having a lot of fun with these little reels where I show how I decorate my Kindle. And you can see there's little ghosties and they're each holding different spooky reads. I got Twilight on there, Harry Potter, there's a Frankenstein, Dracula. That little ghostie is so cute. But I won't lie, about 10 minutes after I shot this, I was like, I think something's missing from this whole getup. And I was like, I think I'm gonna scratch the whole video, but I'm like, no. sometimes you have to tell yourself when good enough is good enough. You don't have to strive for perfection and keep going. And I think that's one of the things with content creation you can really get caught up with, especially because as a creative, you want things to be perfect before you put them out, but that's not realistic. And sometimes good is okay. And I think if you are always like waiting for something to be perfect when it comes to putting stuff out on the internet or doing anything in life, you're really gonna stop yourself from making progress because you're just gonna limit yourself. And yeah, like that's why you kind of just have to go with the flow. The ghost little reel that I posted today, that was like a little out there. You just gotta post it and see what happens. People ended up really liking it. Quirky, different. Just committing to it, even though it's a little odd and unusual for the stuff I typically post on my account. But yeah, I'm gonna go through with this because when I take a step back, I'm like, this is adorable. They're little ghosts reading. How much better does it get than that? I was really happy though with today because I just feel like as far as short form goes, short form being Instagram and TikTok, and then also content I can post to YouTube Shorts or Pinterest, I just feel like I really made some good progress. Now I just have a lot of editing to do because I've got a lot filmed, but more to do on the editing side of things. The funny thing about this job as a content creator is every week looks different. So upon editing the video that you're currently seeing, I noticed that this week was very content filming heavy. I was doing a lot of filming, not just for these vlogs that you're seeing, the work week of my life, but also last week's vlog that I was filming at the same time, and then also tons of short form content. And some weeks are like that where I'm more heavy on the filming / editing side, but other weeks I'm more aggressive on the actual planning side of things. It makes me want to film another one of these so that you can see just the different tasks that can happen week to week. Of course, there's a lot of overlap, but each day and each week looks a little bit different from the other. And that's what makes the job really exciting. But then also, sometimes it has the opposite effect where you feel like you have so many different things that you could be doing and you kind of have to figure out what is important today to get done. So that's something I'm always trying to balance out. Big thank you to Squarespace again for always being such a supporter of this channel and sponsoring today's video. Be sure to click that first link in the description box below to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments below if you would just want me to incorporate more work stuff in my regular week in my life, or do you like, or would you be interested in the occasional like really work heavy focused one, and what questions or things do you want to see in those videos. I'll see you all soon with a new one. Until then, bye guys.